Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the homestead. Mike and I are working at the bottom today. We have quite a bit of sawmilling to do, but first we've got to get some sheep moved to their other pasture.
Let's do it. So what has been working out really well, guys, is just stringing this fence and hooking it onto that far pole right there. That puts up a barrier on that side for these sheep, and we kind of just stand on this side over here. One person kind of works the gates and one person runs the sheep across while trying to keep them in, and yeah, works okay for now. Oh yeah.
Okay, so the animals are all good. The ewes and the baby are over in their pasture for the day. The adult ram, we opened up his gate so he has access to a little bit more area. Chickens are back there having breakfast. It's supposed to be really sunny for the rest of the week and for a while. Not a lot of rain in the forecast, so I know the animals are going to appreciate that. I know Mike and I appreciate that. So it's time to get to milling. We definitely have more pasture work to do down here, but we kind of want to take a little bit of a break from that and fire up the sawmill again. We have a long list of lumber still needing to be cut and drying for future projects that we're hoping to get around to. Like, as soon as all of this lumber is dry, it's quite a bit of a process. So let's get right to that. Okay, Mike's got one log picked out. This bad boy is obviously going to be way too big for the mill, so I think we're going to cut it at 17 feet.
Alright guys, so we got a few logs on our little log deck here, and this is just a really cool system that was kind of implemented when Homestead Rescue was here, and I've seen a lot of other people do something similar to this. So this is just, you know, logs laid on the ground, so we can set a few logs up in queue to get ready to mill, I guess, essentially. So we can fit like 3, sometimes 4 on here pretty comfortably with the excavator. We just pick them up and set them right on here, and then Liz and I can roll them on by hand. It's a lot safer doing it that way. Some people kind of wonder why we don't just use the excavator to set the log right on the mill, and there's kind of 2 reasons. Number 1, I cannot control the thumb on the excavator, so there's certain positions where you can only let go of this log. You have to be in a very precise position, and since you have only that option, it makes it a little unsafe, because if you bump into this mill head, guys, with this log, pretty sure we're just gonna crush it, or at the very least bend something, and we don't want to do that. So we try to keep the mill head pretty far out of the way, set the logs on the little log deck back away from everything, and it's really safe to just roll it on by hand. We have these 2x6s that we take on and off every time we mill, so just like a nice big 2x6 or 2x7 that we put on, go into each of the bunks, and it works out really good. Little mill.
What's it got?
There's full is what it's got. Alright guys, we ran into our log right here with our blade guide. Just a little bit too big. Taking quite a bit off of this here. Logs like this, I found it's easier to mess with them afterwards. You know, just cut what you need into your cant. And then this, you know, if there's enough in it, I'll take a 2x4 out of it. If there's not, we send it over to our firewood pile, which Liz and I use throughout the winter. Almost 9 by 9. Dude, these tapes suck so bad. Really close.
Okay guys, that first log is done. We got 4 2x8s out of it. A lot of these logs are a little bit funky, like super flared on the end. And that's like a little bit new for Mike and I, trying to waste as little as possible, but also get as much lumber as possible out of each piece. So we were able to get 4 true 2x8s, which is a good thing. I think we're about to roll the next log on there. This one looks a lot straighter on both ends, less flared, so that makes it a lot easier. So here's this next one. Hopefully we can get 5 out of this one. Would be cool.
How about when we do shiplap? That's pretty easy. Hi guys, just shut the mill off and we're gonna head over and see how many 2x8s we have. It looks like we got quite a few of them, and yeah, every single time it's just so cool to see what this log turns into. And Liz and I actually were up in the mountains and we drove through just a commercial logging operation, a timber sale, where there was a company up there logging. We got some footage and we wanted to show you guys this footage to show, I mean, a couple things. One, how massive it is. Just like so many trees. And two, the trees that they are bringing to the sawmills around here, they're not all that much bigger than what we're putting through our little mill right here.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Like, you look at the size of these big log decks, and that's like what they're using to build neighborhoods and cities, basically. So it kind of blows my mind. Like, they're definitely thinning it out up in the woods, but it's not bare by any means. So it just really goes to show how like vast the forest actually is and how awesome it is that we can use these trees.
Yeah, pretty renewable.
Seriously.
If it's managed, if it's done right, pretty renewable.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, and obviously we still have a lot to learn on how to capitalize completely on a lot of these logs that are running through our mill. Mostly just like with the curved ones, the ones that have a big flare. Got to figure that out.
For sure.
But yeah, check out these 2x8s that we just cut, guys. Yeah. Take a look at these boards. These are some really nice boards. This is red fir. Actually, everything we cut today was red fir. And you can see we're saving the ones that aren't quite perfect because we know that we need blocking. We're gonna need some sort of blocking, you know, throughout this project. This is all going to be for a project up at the house, which we are really excited to share with you guys. But yeah, so look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 today. 8 on the books today. So that is looking really good. We're excited about it. And then everything else in this pile too, guys. Pile is stacking up. That's a lot of projects for the summer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have lots more to mill. You know, that's kind of the goal, is to get everything milled up, and then hopefully by midsummer we're able to start actually using this wood.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good, guys.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. If you guys are into this type of stuff, don't forget to subscribe right down beneath us here. Join along on this adventure, trying to build just this off-grid, homestead, self-sustainable piece of property, essentially.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy when you're using your own lumber like this. It takes a while. You know, sometimes Mike and I feel a little bit crazy, but I think in the end, it's definitely worthwhile.
Yeah, sweat equity, man, for sure.
Definitely.
That's that's a wrap for this one, guys.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
You know that.